Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is my first video in English. I would like to talk about 10 movies that I like very much and that I watched so many times in my life. To be specific, I want to talk about the iconic scenes from these movies. Well, the first movie is a Western movie. The name of the movie is Shane. I like this movie. It's my favorite Western movie besides The Unforgiven, High Noon, Magnificent Seven, Dances with Wolves, Django Unleashed, and so on. In this particular scene, Van Heflin and Alan Ladd, the main characters in the movie, break down a huge stump in front of Van Heflin's house. It is very powerful, emotional scene. So let us watch that scene now.
Well, I'll be doggone. Come here, man.
Joe, why don't you hitch up the team?
Marion, I've been fighting this stump off and on for 2 years. Use a team now, and this stump could say it beat us. Sometimes there ain't nothing will do but your own sweat and muscle. All right?
One of the most famous and probably the best movie scenes in which two spouses greet each other and live is certainly this one.
Red! You go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
One of the best anti-war dramas ever made and one of the most memorable films about the Vietnam War is surely The Deer Hunter. In this, Michael Cimino's masterpiece is depicted the tragedy of members of a small Russian colony in America who lose their lives or become disabled defending American interests in Vietnam. In this particular scene, you will see two main characters in movie, Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken. They're playing a Russian roulette, deadly game. They are confronted and surrounded by Vietnamese soldiers. The tension is at the highest level. This is a very dramatic scene.
No more.
Mau! Mau!
I'm gonna Willis out of here.
Mau!
You got an empty chamber in that gun.
Mau!
Put an empty chamber in that gun.
Mau! 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 God damn it!
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
You shoot, Nicky!
Go to that.
No, Nicky! Oh, you got... Oh! Oh, you're gonna die, you motherfucker! You're gonna die!
ahead, just do it. Do it. Go ahead. Chính ngay. You made it. Nằm ra. All right, we're gonna show him.
Tất cả mọi người im. Cầm súng mau. Mau.
Robert De Niro plays the leading role in the next film by the famous director Martin Scorsese. This movie story tells us about loneliness in a big city that makes it impossible to achieve a normal relationship between people, and about violence and aggression that grows out of that alienation. Here is one of the most memorable prices in that film, when the main actor talks to his reflection in the mirror.
Yeah. Huh? Faster than you. Saw you coming, you shitheel. I'm standing here. You make the move. You make the move. It's your move. I'll try it, you. You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, then who the hell else are you talking to? Talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Oh, yeah? Huh? Okay. Huh?
And the next film is the great Martin Scorsese's. In this scene, which we will see, the leader of the biggest gang addresses a young man whose father he killed. Wrapped in American flag, he says that fear is the only thing that makes people submit. The brilliant Daniel Day-Lewis and Leonardo DiCaprio.
How old are you, Amsterdam?
Not too sure. Never did figure it.
I'm 47. 47 years old. You know how I stayed alive this long? All these years? Fear. The spectacle of fearsome acts. Somebody steals from me, I cut off his hands. He offends me, I cut out his tongue. He rises against me, I cut off his head, stick it on a pike. Raise it high up so all on the streets can see. That's what preserves the order of things. Fear. That one tonight. Who was he? Nobody. A coward.
What an ignominious end that would have been.
I killed the last honorable man 15 years ago. Since then, you seen his porch from downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Is your mouth all glued up with coney juice? I asked you a question.
I said I seen it, sir.
Oh, you got a murderous rage in you, and I like it. Oh, it's life boiling up inside of you. It's good. The priest and me, we lived by the same principles. It was only faith divided us. He gave me this, you know. That was the finest beating I ever took. My face was pulp. My guts was pierced. My ribs was all mashed up. When he came to finish me, I couldn't look him in the eye. He spared me because he wanted me to live in shame. This was a great man. A great man. So I cut out the eye that looked away. Sent it to him wrapped in blue paper. I would have cut them both out if I could have fought him blind. And I rose back up again with a full heart and buried him in his own blood.
Well done.
He was the only man I ever killed worth remembering.
When we talk about the gangs of New York, we have seen them in the past. And the insert from the film that we will watch now talks about the gangs of New York from the beginning of the 80s. Action movie master Walter Hill has created a truly great urban drama about young people struggling to survive on the streets of New York. The next movie scene is about the showdown between two gangs, the Warriors and the Baseball Furies. So stay tuned, bumpers, stay tuned.
I'll shove that bat up your ass and turn you into a popsicle. Come on. Fucking A. Hey! Come on, cowboy.
Martin Brest's film The Scent of a Woman is a magnificent film. Vietnam War veteran, who is played by Al Pacino, has a positive effect on the young guardian who spends a certain amount of time with him. A particularly striking Al Pacino speech in which he defends people from integrity and harshly criticizes the institution of the system. Among them are schools and universities, which eventually amputate the human spirit, favoring hypocrites over people of integrity.
I'm going to recommend to the disciplinary committee that you be expelled. Mr. Sims, you are a cover-up artist and you are a liar.
But not a snitch.
Excuse me?
No, I don't think I will.
Mr. Slade.
This is such a crock of shit.
Please watch your language, Mr. Slade. You are in the Baird School, not a barracks. Mr. Sims, I will give you one final opportunity to speak up.
Mr. Sims doesn't want it. He doesn't need to be labeled still worthy of being a Baird man. What the hell is that? What is your motto here? Boys, inform on your classmates, save your hide. Anything short of that, we're gonna burn you at the stake? Well, gentlemen, when the shit hits the fan, some guys run and some guys stay. Here's Charlie facing the fire, and there's George hiding in Big Daddy's pocket. And what are you doing? You're gonna reward George and destroy Charlie.
Are you finished, Mr. Slade?
No, I'm just getting warmed up. I don't know who went to this place. William Howard Taft, William Jennings Bryan, William Tell, whoever. Their spirit is dead, if they ever had one. It's gone. You're building a rat ship here. A vessel for seagoing snitches. And if you think you're preparing these minnows for manhood, you better think again. Because I say you are killing the very spirit this institution proclaims it instills. What a sham. What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today? I mean, the only class in this act is sitting next to me, and I'm here to tell you, this boy's soul is intact. It's non-negotiable. You know how I know? Someone here, and I'm not gonna say who, offered to buy it. Only Charlie here wasn't selling.
Sir, you're out of order.
Out of order? I show you out of order. You don't know what out of order is, Mr. Trask. I'd show you, but I'm too old. I'm too tired. I'm too fucking blind. If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place. Out of order. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? I've been around, you know. There was a time I could see, and I have seen, boys like these, younger than these, their arms torn out, their legs ripped off. But there is nothing like the sight of an amputated spirit. There is no prosthetic for that. You think you're merely sending this splendid foot soldier back home to Argonne with his tail between his legs, but I say you are executing his soul. And why? Because he's not a bad man. Bad men. You hurt this boy, you're gonna be bad bums, the lot of you. And Harry, Jimmy, Trent, wherever you are out there, fuck you too.
Stand down, Mr. Slade.
I'm not finished. As I came in here, I heard those words, cradle of leadership. Well, when the bow breaks, the cradle will fall, and it has fallen here. It has fallen. Makers of men, creators of leaders, be careful what kind of leaders you're producing here. I don't know if Charlie's silence here today is right or wrong. I'm not a judge or jury, but I can tell you this. He won't sell anybody out to buy his future. And that, my friends, is called integrity. That's called courage. Now that's the stuff leaders should be made of. Now, I have come to the crossroads in my life. I always knew what the right path was. Without exception, I knew, but I never took it. You know why? It was too damn hard. Now, here's Charlie. He's come to the crossroads. He has chosen a path. It's the right path. It's a path made of principle that leads to character. Let him continue on his journey. You hold this boy's future in your hands, committee. It's a valuable future. Believe me, don't destroy it, protect it. Embrace it. It's gonna make you proud one day, I promise you.
Both the book and the movie are genius. Ken Kesey's novel One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest got its great screen adaptation. It is the film of the same name by Miloš Forman. This cult achievement tells us about how the institutions of the system manipulate human fear, and how actually all institutions, such as prisons, schools, barracks, hospitals, are actually here to monitor and punish. This scene from Miloš's film is about how the prisoner McMurphy tries to fight back. He also tried to encourage other patients to stand up the head nurse. He showed by his example how freedom must be conquered again and again.
All right, all I need is one vote, right? Right? All right. Okay. Want to watch the World Series? Come on in, pal. This could be a big moment for you. Now, you want to watch a baseball game? You want to watch baseball? Just raise that hand up. Just raise the hand up. What do you say? Sorry. Bancini, old horse. What do you say? You want to watch the ball game on TV? Huh? Want to watch the ball game? Baseball? World Series? What do you say, pal? You tired? Just raise your hand up, Bancini. Watch the ball game, huh? Okay, all right. What about you, pal? All we need's one vote. Just one vote. Just your one vote. That's all we need. Just raise your hand up and your buddies can watch the baseball game on... General, you remember, don't you? October, the banner, the stars. Oh, say, can you? The World Series. Raise your hand up, Jim. By the dawn's early. Just raise your hand up polite. So, what about you, pal, huh? Want to watch the ball game? Want to watch the ball game, huh? Just one vote. Just raise your...
Gentlemen, the meeting is adjourned.
For Christ's sake, isn't there one of you fucking maniacs that knows what I'm talking about?
Mr. McMurphy.
Huh?
The meeting is adjourned.
All right, just wait a minute, will you? Just 1 minute?
You can bring the subject up again tomorrow.
All right, Chief. You're our last chance. What do you say, huh? Just raise your hand up. That's all we need from you today, Chief. Just raise your hand up one time. Show her that you can do it. Just show her that you can still do it. Just raise your hand up. All the guys have got them up. Just raise your hand up, Chief, will you? Huh? Come on, there's got to be one guy in here that's not a total fucking nut.
Mac?
Chief! The Chief! Ah! Chief! There's Ratchet! There's Ratchet, look! Look! The Chief put his hand up. The Chief put his hand up. Look, he voted. Would you please turn the television set on?
Into the television.
The Chief has got his hand up right there. The Chief voted. Now, will you please turn the television set on?
Mr. McMurphy, the meeting was adjourned and the vote was closed.
But the vote was 10-8. The Chief, he's got his hand up. Look.
No, Mr. McMurphy. When the meeting was adjourned, the vote was 9-9.
Ah, come on. You're not going to say that now. You're not going to say that now. You're going to pull that henhouse shit now. When the vote the Chief just voted, it was 10-9. Now, I want that television set turned on right now.
You don't need your chair. What you need is a mop. You got to get this table and finish your work. Chesley. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, you have a work assignment. Mr. Harding.
Yeah. Koufax. Koufax kicks. He delivers. It's up the middle, it's a base hit! Richardson is rounding first, he's going for second. The ball's in the deep right center. Davison over in the corner, cut the ball off. Here comes the throw, Richardson rounding first, he goes into second, he slides, he's in there, he's safe! It's a double, he's in there, Martini. Look at Richardson, he's on second base. Koufax is in big fucking trouble. Big trouble, baby. All right, here's Tresh as the next batter. Tresh looks in, Koufax. Koufax gets the sign from Roseboro. He kicks once, he pumps, he fires. It's a strike. Koufax's curveball is snapping off like a fucking firecracker. All right, here he comes for the next pitch. Tresh swings. It's a long fly ball to deep left center. It's going. It's gone. Somebody get me a fucking wiener before I die. Koufax looks down. He's looking at the great Mickey Mantle now. Here comes the pitch. Mantle swings. It's a fucking home run.
Gentlemen, stop this. Stop this immediately.
In contrast of the psychiatric hospital in Miloš Forman's film, Peter Weir chose a private school as a scene of struggle between people of integrity and the system. The main character in the film, Professor Keating, exerts a great influence on his students. He convinced them to make their lives special, to listen to their hearts and to follow their own paths and dreams, stand firmly behind their convictions and be ready to defend those convictions and to be ready for all the consequences of those convictions. Although Professor Keating is expelled from the school because of tragically death of one of his students, his spirit lives among others.
Rendered. And two, how important is that objective? Question 1 rates the poem's perfection. Question 2 rates its importance. And once these questions have been answered, determining the poem's greatness becomes a relatively simple matter. If the poem score for perfection is plotted on the horizontal of a graph...
Mr. Keating, they made everybody sign it.
Anderson.
You gotta believe me, it's true.
I do believe you, Tom. Leave, Mr. Keating.
But it wasn't his fault.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson. One more outburst from you or anyone else, and you're out of this school. Leave, Mr. Keating. I said leave, Mr. Keating.
Captain, my captain.
Sit down, Mr. Anderson. You hear me? Sit down. Sit down! This is your final warning, Anderson. How dare you? You hear me?
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Mr. Overstreet, I warn you. Sit down. Sit down! Sit down! All of you, I want you seated. Sit down. Leave, Mr. Keating. All of you, down. I want you seated. Do you hear me?
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
In the cult performance of Ridley Scott's Blade Runner, which was created as an adaptation of a short novel by Philip K. Dick, humans and robots are in conflict, with the fact that the people are completely degraded in the intellectual and spiritual sense. Robots, in contrast, begin to wonder metaphysically about the secrets of life. In the final scene of the film, the robot replicant, played by Rutger Hauer, explains the meaning of life and how valuable it is to police officer Deckard, who is played by Harrison Ford.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Time to die.
Okay, that's it. That's all. So if you like this, please subscribe or leave a comment. I appreciate it. Until the next time, bye bye, be good, and God bless you.